Hello, the game has started. It's me to go first. I have a balanced track, but I'm not seeing a bingo here. How to sort it out? Nothing great on the rack worth preserving. If I play Hull, I'm keeping a vowel heavy rack leave, which is not good. Maybe I should change. Well, I'm not sure about that. I'm also thinking about playing Guile. I could play Ligule. Yeah. This feels better than changing. 14 points. Well, again, not bingo-y. I think that was a fine decision on the first move. Fine as in small margins, not as in self-praise. Voice, I don't have DR and S for a hook. And opponent would have scored more if I'd changed. So I do have good scoring tiles here. I'm not seeing a 7. Do I have an 8? I have the out prefix. No. So how can I get value from my scoring tiles? I can play hook. That plays down here. And quite a nice rack leave. Is this best? 27 points. I think it is. I'm going with this. Well, I was hoping for something a little more bingo-y than this. However, I have a scoring tile in the J. And Gin and Ginny are both good. Great, only 14 points for opponent. Now, how annoying. I'm not seeing anywhere great for my J. I do have Gin and Gin in row N, but both plays offer up good scoring opportunities for opponent and don't score fantastically well. What about a play through this E? Well, I've got J double E, but I don't want to keep double I and double N. Ligule takes an S. Genet is good, but that keeps double I. Wow, what a tricky rack. Well, I do have Egypt down here for 28, which is quite good. Not great having double N, but I do like the score of 28 points. What about a play through OK? Not seeing anything. Okay, I am going with this. And I draw another N, of course. And now this rack is unbalanced. Maybe I should have changed on my opening move. I have Crinum in column 8, which I think is better than changing, just. And wow, that stays available with an enhanced score. So Crinum for 20. And I draw the Q. Somehow I still lead. I don't feel that's going to last very long. Certainly not if I continue drawing racks of this ilk. So, do I change? Still U's to come. I can't. Do I have a play in column 9? It could end U, E. No, I don't think I do. I could play just QI. I could play Chin. I think this is the play, burning the Q, sorting out the duplicate N. 24 points. Now, not a bingo-y rack, but not far off. And I have the Y for score. And Yok is good. So, what do I have in the bottom of column 3? Well, anything I play is going to offer a good response in row O. YU is good, YE is good. So maybe I'll wreck this rack as bingo-y as it is. QI is good. Now opponents spotted that. So, well, I have Pine in column 8, Pyne, for 27. keeping A, E, I, G. I'd rather keep the N with the G. So, coming back to row C, do I have any 5-letter plays beginning or ending in Y? Not seeing anything beginning with Y. What about ending? No. Although there could be. I have eyeing. Let me see what this scores. 23 points. Well, that's not what I intended to play. I meant I have gynae. G-Y-N-A-E. I think that's good. 27 points. What about the OK spot? Do I have anything? Well, let me just pause because I do have GY here. Do I have any plays? Let me put this in. Do I have anything which works with GY? I don't, which is a shame because it's already 36 points. Well, I do. What about this? 40 points. Yeah, I think this is worth doing. Or is it? This is 40 points. This is 27, 13 fewer points. Wow. And Guyane kept an extra E. I think I'm going to go with the points. Guyane for 40. Well, I draw the Z, which is good. This rack could have been a lot worse. Having kept 3 vowels, I draw 3 consonants, which is really good. I have Tis and ZE in row C. I'm expecting opponent to play in row O. What else do I have? Well, nothing that jumps to mind. What about a play down from the P? I have pies. Wow, that's nice. That will score well. So what do I have bottom left? I have Zine, Z-I-N-E. Is there a way of getting the Z doubled? I don't think so. Oh, wow. Triple by opponent, 122 points, both blanks. Good grief. So playing Guyane for 13 extra points has not paid off. However, I trail by only 40, so I'm still in the game. And look at this, opponent has provided a Z spot. So I can play Z-double-E here for 65 points and a decent rack leave. I have Trident, and that plays in row C. Does it play anywhere else? Don't think so. And that's going to put a T in the middle of column 1 for opponent to get another triple. Oh, wow, 52 points for opponent. That's a bit rotten. However, I have a bingo of my own here with Trident for 71. And I take the lead. So, is opponent going to slow down? I have good scoring tiles in the Y and the W. If he does, hopefully he'll take out the top left for a miserly score. So, I have Yao and Yiao on my rack. Do either of those play? Now my Y, well again I have a Y that can go above the U, but do I have a 5-letter Y play? I don't think I do. And I'm looking for a 5-letter play to get the score doubled. 13 minutes on my clock, 16 on opponents. Wow, opponent ignores column 1. So, what do I have? Is there any way I can get my W or Y doubled and the move tripled? So I have TWO. So a play could end. Well, let me put the Y in. That's more likely. Anything beginning at the top which fits this letter pattern. No. Wow. Good grief. So this T doesn't help either of us. What about yow and yeow? Do they play anywhere? Well, I don't think they do. These eyes are not helpful for my high-scoring tiles. So I would like to get rid of the... Well, I'd like to get rid of all of the tiles in yow and yow. I do have this here for 20 points, keeping a vowel heavy rack leaf, but only 22 tiles in the bag. Let me count the vowels. 8 out of 29. Good grief, there's a vowel drought out there. And opponent's just played 3. Interesting. That doesn't feel very good. Only 20 points. I lead by 19. Yeah, this eye is really scuppering me for parallel plays. What about a play which doesn't put a high-scoring tile on the double letter square, but does nonetheless play in column 1? I have wet and yet, but that's less than 20 points. 11 minutes on my clock. What a tricky position to be in. I have a yacht on my rack. I was thinking about wetty, but I think that's IE. Let me just check that. Invalid. 10 minutes on my clock. What about a play in row E? MUT is good. Row D quite hot. Well, what about just playing out? Given the vowel shortage and the Y being a quasi-vowel and scoring potential next turn, and this is stopping opponent from scoring in column 1. Is this the play? I think so, because I only lead by 19. Remaining tiles not massively bingo-y, and there is this vowel shortage. Okay, I'm going with this. And I draw one of the vowels. Quite a balanced rack. Wow, 51 for opponent. Opponent takes a 14-point lead. Now, TI takes nothing in front, so I'm restricted to 3-letter plays at the top. So I have yay for 26, decent rack leave. Let me count the remaining vowels. 5 out of 21, and 2 of those are U's, so there's just 2 A's and an O left. So that's 26. Any G's left for GHI? No, there is a P for PHI. 26 points is pretty decent. And will take me to 333, a 12-point lead. Wow, this is so close. Am I going with this? There are so few vowels. What about playing yod? More points and hanging on to my precious A. Yep, I am going with this. And wow, I have austere. Does that play? Don't think it does. I have treasure. Tet is good, but M-U-E isn't. Agio is good. Okay, well, I don't have a bingo ending in A. 34 points for opponent. Takes a 19-point lead. Does austere have an anagram? Aureates? Well, I don't have two A's, and I don't think it's good anyway. 8 minutes on my clock. Only one S to come, no blanks. There is a 7-letter S lane in column 12. Maybe I should be looking to bingo. Maybe that maximizes my winning chances, but is there a bingo on this board? I have the out prefix in row A. Outer C, not good. Is there definitely nowhere for austere? And are there any other lanes to consider? Nothing ending in I. Egypts, that was the fens played by opponent. And of course, well, pitta takes an S, but it doesn't take a T, so austere doesn't play in row 12. I'm just wondering if austere has an anagram. I don't think it does. So I need to play off just the U. The rest of the rack is very hot. Is there somewhere for just a U? Please let there be. I could play it in row B, but that's just gifting opponent a score. Wow, is there really nowhere for my U? There is. There's Alu. Yeah, I'm going to try this. Alu for 3. So I have betas and berates in column 12 and rebates. But is opponent going to be alive to my game? Where were the other lanes? Anything ending in A? No. What about IF? As a 2. Fantastic. I do have my bingo. Pitta only takes an S. 4 tiles in the bag. I trail by 48 points. So, wow, and this isn't even going to get doubled. Do all these plays score the same? I'm going to avoid putting vowels next to premium squares. So, rebates for 73. Oh, wow. I think I may need to go out in 1 to win this game, and that's going to be difficult with U and V. 33 for opponent, so I trail by 8, and opponent's got no vowels. Interesting. So, do I have an out in 1? And I may yet win an out in 2. So there are floating vowels. There's E. There's O. But I really need an A. And there isn't one. I trail by 8. Opponent is not going out in 1. So I think that I can go out in 2, provided I score well enough. And I have the V for score. And I have the S for score. So, where can my V play? And just 4 minutes on my clock. Well, I haven't seen anywhere for my V. I have vet. 6, 4, 18, leaving US. That might be enough. Might be enough. I would have us and ifs. But it would be nice to score more than 6 for my V. vet. That's not giving anything for opponent, and it is giving me us, and vets. 1 for 10 points. Wow, is that going to be enough? This is so close. 3 minutes on my clock, and it is definitely worth taking the time. This game is going to be won or lost by a very fine margin. Now, where are the hotspots for my S? Is there any big S score available? I don't think there is. Z's and chins is a monstrous spot. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 26 points. Wow. So can I play T, U and V? 2 minutes on my clock. That is a huge S spot. Do I have a second? I'm just wondering about playing this S spot first in case the opponent provides an opportunity for me to go out. Well, he's not going to do that, is he? He doesn't have a vowel. Do I play it? Bank the points. There's no way opponent can block that, so I don't have to play it. Have I spotted an alternative to vet? If not, I definitely need to get the vet spot in first. 2 minutes on my clock. I'm just not seeing anywhere else for the V. Well, I don't think I need to worry because that S spot is so monstrously big. I think it's going to get me over the line. Is it definitely unblockable? It is. Absolutely, yes. So I think opponent would need to go out. 1 minute on my clock. He is absolutely not going out with that rack. Vet for six. So opponent has Lord in column 14. Opponent currently leads by 2. Wow, 17 points. That's nice. Now, actually... Oh, wow. Is this going to be enough? 26 points is going to take me to 444. It's not going to be enough. I trail by 7. Opponent will get 2. Opponent will need 5 to draw, 6 to win. He's going to get 3 for Lord. 1 minute on my clock. Has opponent got anything better than 3? He's got 15 minutes to find it. Well, I don't have anything better than S. Unless I have a really strong US out. 10. That's not going to be enough. Okay, I'm going with this. What's opponent going to do with LR? He's going to get 2 on countback, 439. He needs 5 to draw, 6 to win. Dahl isn't good. If opponent does win, I'm sure that I have missed a winning line. And do I have 2 outs for my U? I have UN. Oh my word, could opponent stick me with the U? I have UN in 2 spots, he can't. 30 seconds on my clock, 15 on opponents. What can opponent do with L and R apart from law? And could he get a big enough score just by playing 1 tile? He's got 7 for year, 6 for Lou and Roo, 6 for Riff, I'm not seeing anything more for opponents. Odd was a great spot, 17 points with no vowels. And opponent did not find anything better. And the final score, 442 for opponent, 444 for me, a winning margin of 2 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. Wow, what a game, what a finish, unbelievable. So it was me to go first, and I played Ligul, but Liug definitely a better play. That was a bad miss, keeping IL. 12 more points as well. Opponent plays voice for 20, and I have hook for 27, so I have a small lead. 7 vowels for opponent, and opponent plays through with IO. I didn't like Jin, placing a J immediately above a triple word square, and JA and JO are both good, so that's not the best play. So I play Egypt for 28. Yeah, and I think that's the best of what's on offer. Opponent draws the blank, plays Allah, and now I play Crinum for 20. I could have got 4 more points, but retaining an extra N, so Crinum I think is fine. Wow, opponent's still suffering with vowels. Plays Eku. And now, I thought about Guinea. Did I think about it in that spot? H7. No, I didn't. Look at this. Guinea in column 7 making Simi and Hen, but retaining the Q. So I play Chin for 24, and I think Chin's a better play. This isn't a terrible rack cleave. And ENQ has the Q. So, nice rack for opponent. And a missed bingo. Plays Pitter. However, C1, a choice of bingos hooking this E. So, a let off for me there. Now, I lead by 50. The Guinea spot remains available. N2. No, it's moved around. Oh, wow, hook takes an A. So Guinea does play in row N for 37. I play Guyane for 40. Taking the risk that opponent may get a good score off the triple word square. And look at this. Opponent has a whole host of triples available. And opponent gets 122, could have got 131 if he'd got his G doubled. So an amazing position for opponent to be in, and he now leads by 40. However, the E is above the triple letter square, and I don't think it would have been in some of the other triples. So fortunately, I'm able to come back with 60 odd points. And then opponent gets 52. So I still trail, but only by about 25. And I have a bingo, Trident for 71. So now it's opponent who trails. Plays Milia for 27. C1 could have played Twilight for 39. Wow, that would have been nice. So this was the rack I spent forever with. H7, well, this GY spot is going to crop up because it scores so well, but I just didn't see the Simi spot. A1 white. Oh, wow, yeah. A WY play in column 1. 33 points. I think I would have played that if I'd seen it. What do? I play out in that spot. Yeah, white would have been a lot better. Now, I lead by 30. But opponent plays Hates for 51 to take a 14-point lead. And now I think it's very close until the end of the game. So I play Yod for 29. HI takes an A in front as well. So I could have played Yeed in that spot. Well, they're fairly similar plays. Opponent plays 4. And now I have Austere. Nowhere for it. Just checking because I didn't consider AHI. Yep, and there is no playable bingo. So I play Alu for 3, keeping an incredibly good 6-letter set with an S lane in column 12 and with a likelihood of drawing a consonant. So I like my play. However, I trail by only 16 and I could have got 32 points for reset. Possibly a better play. Very difficult to say. Now, opponent's rack plays Barb, and I trail by 48 points, but I have this, a choice of bingos in column 12, and I play Rebates for 73 to take a 25-point lead with the bag empty. However, look at this, opponent gets 33 for Axon, and I now trail by 8. So what was best? Well, this is the Z spot, which I can play this turn or next. So if and the top 2 moves are the same. So I definitely want to use my S there. Well, and all the other plays use the S, so I'm not being presented with non-S plays, but I think Vet wins. Nice spot by opponent of Odd. And now, wow, B1, Wuss, and Sif. That would have been better than playing Chins, because Chins is only 4 more points. And I would get count back, so Wuss would have been a better play. But I prolong the agony by playing Chins. And opponent has the only out of law for 3, and none of his single play moves score enough to prevent his loss. So that is the end of the game, and what a game. Just a 2-point margin of victory, and opponent plays a triple 9-timer. So an absolutely incredible game, very, very tight ending, lots of bingos and very nip and tuck at the end. So absolutely amazing stuff. Many thanks to opponent for a great battle. I hope you enjoyed watching that game. Like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.